What's up, George?
You know, uh, I don't even know. I don't know what is up or down. What's uh left,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't know.
Like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, today is Wednesday, April 1st.
Oh, it is. Okay, yes.
And I think the best thing I saw today was that April Fool's is canceled because this year already fucking sucks.
Right.
So,
No, no, no. The best April Fool's jokes today were with the kids because there was a bunch of links going around where it's perfectly placed in the preview picture that says all students will have to repeat the grade next year.
yes. I did see that one.
And then you click it and it expands and it says April Fool's, and my kids fell for it and it was fucking hilarious.
I saw the one that's like Governor DeSantis declares that all students must repeat the grade. But what it
That's
should have
the one.
redirected to was the giant black guy with the giant penis, which is my favorite meme from like, I don't know, like, I feel like it was like 5 years ago. And it has come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, man.
BBC
They did a search for that guy, and and unfortunately he passed away. But he was a former NFL player turned porn star, and
I did not know any of this.
Yep, and he unfortunately passed away. Somebody went and did research. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Where is
Wow.
he? And they tracked him, and they tracked his family, and then the family said, well, unfortunately, he passed away. I don't know. Don't quote me on the years. I think they said 5 years ago or 4 years ago or something like that.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah. So that guy became famous after he passed away. Oh, look, I can see. Look, you have lighting.
I have lighting.
Look at you.
Who spends time looking at YouTube videos? Me. You may have seen me on an Instagram live turning myself into a woman, because that's been something that I've been doing lately.
Yes, dude.
Did you see that?
So I've been chiming in,
mm-hmm.
and it's a little intimidating because you have four. At one point there was four of you, and and it's just I can't explain what was intimidating about it, but it was just kind of like I was fascinated though, and then your after picture, like when you were done. It's incredible, dude. What a transformation.
So I did two. I did one where I was like, the first one I did was 2 weeks ago. And I ended up doing like a muscle picture. And then I did another one like this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was like, I like completely erased my eyebrows and I drew them up here. And like, I really kind of re-sculpted my face. It was a trip. So I do it with my friend Rolly. And he's been getting up in drag for years. And he used to do it like for fun. And then he kind of did it like in the closet. And he just recently was telling me that he's like, you know what, life is too fucking short. And I'm in my 40s. And this is the life. This is me. This is what I want to do. It's like how I express myself. So I'm going to be done feeling ashamed about it. And I thought that was so amazing. And I always had like a curiosity as to what it would be like to do all that. I like you know how I like to create things?
Yeah, sure.
The idea of like using makeup to transform the face is super interesting to me. And I mean, I spent $100 on fucking cheap makeup on the internet and like got a bunch of shit and like it took.
Did you really?
It was like $100 and it took like 3 hours to do all that. It was a lot. I just kept thinking, people do this for a living every single day. And I don't know how they fucking do it. I was tired after like putting on just the first part.
Right. So once you were done, what did you do? Did you stay like that for a while? Did you wander around the house?
No, it was like midnight. Everyone was asleep. David kept telling me to shut up because I was making way too much noise. And so I just like, I took a bunch of pictures and then I like got, I ended up, we turned the live off and then we, like I FaceTimed him and him and I just like kind of just sat and like talked, like, gossiped for a little bit. And then we hung up and I took a shower and took it all off and went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And the wig that you were wearing, is that the same wig you wore
Yes.
for your nun outfit at the party?
Yes.
So did you like didn't have time before to do that? I mean, if it takes 3 hours now with this quarantine, is that one of the things on your list? Like once the quarantine's over, things you got to do.
Yeah.
Is that on your list?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
It is. Like my mom
really
gave me an art kit, like a kit like of a bunch of different like paints and brushes and chalks, pastels, and different kinds of like paper to paint on. And so I'm gonna pull it out, I guess, tomorrow, and like I'm gonna like see if my mother-in-law wants to play painting with me or play art with me. Because it really,
awesome,
it's what I do. It's like my idea is like I don't want to. People are like, oh, do you want to do this? Like what? Like David asked me, like, do I want to be like? She's like, do you want to be a drag queen? And it's like, no, I want to play it. Like, you know how when we were little, you would play pretend. Like you never wanted to, you know. Like I was like, let's play superheroes. We're not like actual superheroes, just play pretend. So like, I'm not actually a drag queen. I don't want to be a drag queen, but I was like, let's play with makeup and talk shit for 3 hours. And I know that's like a really random thing, and yes, it's super gay, but I cannot like, I don't know. I don't play video games. This is like how
there you go.
I don't play video. I'm not there like.
Yeah, but I mean, all right. So from what I
This is why the YouTube video is so good.
I know.
The people who are listening to this are not gonna get why we're just laughing.
Yeah.
So,
but it's so cool though, because the element of it is you're hanging out with people you know, they're friends of yours, you're in conversation, you know, and it was like from what the few minutes I was there watching, you know, it looked like you were having a great time. I mean,
we had a blast.
By the time you were done, you felt like you hung out with those people, even though it wasn't in person, but the virtual hangout is, you know, people are getting more and more comfortable with it.
Yes. I mean, it speaks to the adaptability, I think, of the human being, right?
Right.
And I think it's way easier to adapt to things when you when things work out for you. Like things have worked out very well for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I couldn't imagine what life must be like if you're a nurse.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or people who are still out there like working and having to be in contact with people, knowing that they're putting themselves at risk, but like this is what I gotta do to like be able to like, you know, pay my shit and keep going.
Right, exactly. Yeah, man.
But it just is like, it's like understanding that all that's going on too, like it's weird. I have like ups and downs, right? And so at the beginning I felt like, yes, we got this. Like it's gonna be hard, but you know what? Like we got this. And it's really easy to practice like being present and avoiding like your ego manifesting when things are great. Right. But when things are hitting the fan and like you are like, oh my God, get me out of this house. Like everything is like, you're like everything is irritated because you're just like, you're feeling like, I don't know, like in Spanish, the word is sofocado.
Right.
But you're feeling overwhelmed. Suffocated. Yeah, you're feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And like your person is irritated too, you know, because David has to go out and fucking work like a crazy person and make all these different adjustments and dealing with hot stress. So like everyone is like a little high voltage, and like shit came to a head at one point, and I was like, fuck, I was trying to avoid this, but like it all resolved itself, you know, because you realize what's really going on is that everyone is super fucking irritated, and then you can just kind of like chill out. But it was I don't know, like at one point on Saturday I was just like, like I was so over it. Like I was just over it. Like I was trying to find the George within, the happy George. Like, come on, he's in there. He was in there, and he was just like, it's not happening. Like we just need to like coast today. And I like worked out. I like took myself outside, and exercise has been the fucking saving grace.
Amen to that. Yes.
I have only, like, I'm surviving because of like the amount of working out I'm doing, and I'm doing like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's awesome, man.
I'm like getting out there and just like trying to be outside, and like so I worked out, and then like I turned the music really loud, and like I like had a started dancing like I was at the club. It was just, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, you know, when they say like dance like nobody's watching, like I was like eyes closed, like nobody was watching.
Dude, that's awesome though, man.
And it's just
You
like, you
know?
just gotta like shake it off, you know what I mean? Like you need to like,
Of course. I mean, we're all of us are going, I mean, unless you were around in 1918, 1919, which is, you know, obviously not a lot of us, because those people most of them have passed away. But I mean, we're all adjusting. This is a first for all of us. And it's just crazy, man. We're all going through this adjustment period, and in clinical terms, an adjustment, it can whatever symptoms that come along with an adjustment, in order for it to be called an adjustment disorder per se, the adjustment has to be at least for up to like 6 months.
okay.
And you know, so, and man, I'm telling you that the adjustment that we're all going through, it's heavy, and it's going to have ups and downs, and we're going to be frustrated, and we are going to get into unnecessary fights with our significant others, and we're going to feel overwhelmed. We're going to feel that suffocation, you know, being suffocated, or cabin fever, or whatever you want to call it. And man, it's real.
I just, yeah, there's like a lot of different like thoughts that I just wasn't ready to have. You know what I mean? Like, how do you even prepare to like try to put yourself in a mindset of fucking pandemic, or like you have an idea of what it is because you've watched the Hollywood movies, but then when you know, I was having this conversation with David when we were walking the dogs on Saturday, and it's like we have this idea of what the future looks like, and I use the future in quotations because it's what, like, you know, we never know what the fuck's gonna happen, right? But the idea of the future, like when you were a kid, was like flying cars, like the Jetsons, like, which is not the case. Like the future is basically the same as it has always looked, but with like some tweaks and advancements in technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now it's like, well, I mean, no, like what if our future is like, you just gotta stay 6 feet away from everybody?
Man.
And everyone just like readjusts to this, like, or like you just gotta wear masks now, and that's the thing. And like masks become like standard every day. Listen, the fact that like it's like a fashion moment, like you.
yeah, exactly. You know what? I was waiting for you to say it. I mean, how many directions can we go with fashion wise, and what we can do?
Like if you're gonna wear, so you wear the medical mask, but then you have like the mask covers, you know, like the way that you have covers on the phone. Like I'm like, are we just ready to wear like bandanas over our faces? Because I'm down. I'm totally down. I love that Orville Peck guy. He always has like the mask with the fringe, like a fringe mask. Get into that.
Yeah. So that guy's not struggling right now. That guy walks. He's like, I've been wearing this.
Been ready.
I've been ready.
Been
yeah,
ready.
Man. Well, my life hasn't changed that much, to be honest. I am very busy, and people are, you know, they are struggling. So, you know, before we started recording, you and I were talking about this briefly, how, you know, I have a hard time, being grateful for being busy, because I'm busy due to unfortunate circumstances. So it's very challenging to enjoy that. But you know what? I am, you know, I'm learning to be grateful about it. But man, people are having a hard time out there, and so, you know, what can you do? But
when you like, what I've noticed, and this is just like from talking to my friends and like me reaching out, is that I think it's really hard to be single right now.
Yes, it is.
I think we're lucky that we have like a partner that we can like do this with.
Yeah,
you know,
we're very fortunate.
We're like quarantine buddies, and so like I know that if you're single and you have to do this on your own, like it has to fucking suck.
Yeah.
I've been like calling like my all my friends and just being like, do you need anything? Like I can't help you out. I mean, I can help you with what I know I can do. So I'm like, one friend who I'm just like, I send, like people, like sometimes you have to like basically send them the fish. Like they're never gonna go fishing, but if you
Right.
give it to them, they'll do it. So it's like,
Mhm.
here is the workout of the day, and I just like
Right.
send them, like I take a picture of it, and like I send him the picture, and he's like, and he'll like sometimes he'll like send me like an like emoji back, like the one with the has like the little the eyebrow up, like the
Yeah.
question one, and I'm like, this is how you do this is how you do that, and
Yeah.
so
And
I don't know. I
and
just
that's
like when you see somebody who like may need like a little bit of help and they're not gonna ask for it, but you just know, I'm just there like, listen, I'm here to like, I got you. This is like not a heavy lift.
right. Yeah. I think that's great that you're doing that. I'm trying to do that too. But yeah, people who are single, yeah, they're going on virtual dates.
Oh,
And yeah,
oh,
can I mean I can't imagine.
that sounds
And
terrible.
I've had mixed reviews. So I've had people come to me saying that it was just as awful as you imagine it, super awkward. Because it's really, really, it's a quick transition. I mean, you're doing it from one day to the next. Like now I'm so comfortable with a Zoom interaction that, if in some alternate parallel universe I was single, I could, at this point, I'd be more comfortable with it. But some people are just diving into it. And so some people are saying that it was very awkward, as you would expect. And other people, say that, yeah, it was awkward for like the first 10 minutes or so, but then, the chemistry was there and the conversation took off.
Sure,
And
sure.
next thing you know, it was like, it's like those long 3-4 hour phone calls that we used to go on when we were growing up and dating somebody, and we used to be on the phone all night with them. But now they have the video feature,
Yeah.
and you only have to dress up from your torso. That's your bottom
Which,
your
depending on
bottom
how the
half does
date
not.
goes, it's a faster way to get naked in front of somebody. Like you're just
Yeah.
ready,
If all goes, that would be, I guess, a successful date.
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
see it.
And that's quarantine 2020.
Jeez, jeez. I would never, if someone were to tell me what, like, or like would say to me, like, you will be quarantined. I had an idea of what that was, and it was like, like in a facility, like taken away, and that's not the case. So,
It's not. It's not. And so I'll tell you one thing though. I'm amazed, how traffic has died down, how the air just feels or seems cleaner, and we're just like, I don't know, man. Everyone's like, there are certain areas of our lives where people are less stressed, like the stress of not having to be somewhere at a certain time. People who drive around a lot to pick up their kids and drop off their kids from school, like me, that's been a huge. I mean, it's opened up my schedule. It's a huge relief. I mean, yeah, it's been. There are good sides. I mean, I believe there's going to be some good things that come out of this. I mean, I think there's going to be companies that are going to be like, hey, you know what? We don't have to pay for our office space. People can just work from home. So yeah, maybe that'll be less traffic. I mean, maybe even schools will only have like in person a couple times a week, and the rest will be at home. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think that's likely.
No,
Yeah, I don't think schools are gonna go
that would be
virtual
cool.
anytime soon. No
No,
matter
oh
how much,
man.
no matter how little you want to drive your kids back to school.
No, actually, I want to drive them pretty bad, man. I miss that. I miss that time together. I miss, and I miss them having a change of scenery too, man. It's been very tough,
I get
you
that.
know. Yeah, yeah. So, but there's one thing I've got to record some music. I've done some live streams, which is, it's interesting. The first Thursday of the quarantine, so whenever that was, the Thursday after St. Patrick's Day, I did a live stream, and I had like, I think at one point I had up to like 30 or 40 people, and they were all like interacting with each other. And when the live stream was over, like all those people started like texting each other, and they're like, man, it's so weird that, mind you, remember, this is the first week of the quarantine. So,
Yeah.
They were saying things like, it's insane that I actually feel like I was hanging out, talking to somebody, having conversation with people while Carlos was playing music, as if we were at a live show.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they're texting me and they're thanking me. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, wait a minute, that worked? And, I guess given the time and situation and whatever, it did. And now there's like a bunch of friends of mine that are DJs that are doing like live DJ sets, every night. And they'll do a special one on like Friday and Saturday. And we had a friend live stream his DJ set, and Lauren and I had it through the Bluetooth speaker, and we were just dancing here in the apartment.
How
it was
fun.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea of like the ingenuity of the human spirit. Like, necessity is the breed of ingenuity. And so, people aren't going to get like, there's going to be people who are going to be like, this is the end. Like, I can't deal with this anymore. Goodbye. And then there's going to be people who are going to be like, I'm not letting this shit take me out. Like, I'm going to rage against the dying of the light.
That's right.
Dangerous Minds reference.
Yeah.
It's like, I just like, it is, I feel that, because there is definitely this idea of like, we are at war, right? And it's like, it's how do you, and it's like, it's a global one. It's like affecting everybody, everywhere. So it's never been, I think there's never been more of like a connection within like humanity, which again, like it's horrible that it takes something really fucking shitty to like cause people. It's like we talked about with Danny last week. It really has to, like, it resets the mindset, right? And it takes something like, like this, like it being a catastrophe, like being a pandemic. It has to be, it has to shake the earth to a core to get people to be like, wait, what? So it's interesting, and I agree that I think it's good that there's good coming out of something bad, and it could be, you don't have to, I don't know, there was a while there that I felt like bad, like feeling good about things or feeling, but you still have to, you got to acknowledge it. You got to be grateful for it, right?
Yeah, you got to be grateful and just adapt. I mean, there's, like a list of things that I've been telling people to do, people who have been having a harder time, that are just feeling really restless at home, and they're not embracing the opportunities that can come out of this, right? They're not thinking about like the time that has opened up and the things that they've always said they wanted to do, even if it's something like rearrange your closet or, do a cleansing of some sort, like clean out, a drawer or something, or, create other things. So we all have things that we're like, yeah, I'll get around to it. Well, here you are. Right.
Or also like
people.
Go ahead.
No, that people are just, like if they don't do anything, they're going to get into these states of depression. And already in these last 3 weeks, the suicide rate has gone up already. So, I'm really, making sure, like, hey, create the new routine, write it down, shower, get dressed for the social life you want, get dressed, as if you were going to see somebody, get outside, work out, move, spend at least 30 minutes outside, if not more, if you could. Another thing is a great opportunity to reach out to people that you've been wanting to reach out to. And then now you get a chance to actually talk to them and call them or text them or, and it's just, I just want to like really, I'm trying to get the message out to people that we still have the same amount of hours in a week, and you still got to do something with those hours, because if you choose to just not do anything, it's going to get the best of you. This thing will get the best of you, and you will go crazy, and you won't feel good about it.
There's so much time to reflect now.
Yeah.
There's no distraction, or there's very little distraction for the people who are staying at home, like for those of us who are staying at home and are teleworking and are like, you know, using services and just staying put. Like I'm not going, I go to the office to process the mail. I do that twice a week. And I'm there and back within like, I don't know, like a 4-hour day. That's it. Otherwise I'm here at the house. And I mean, it hasn't been it's been really easy for me because I'm used to working from home, so I get that routine already. Like I already had it. So for me it was just like, oh, I know how to do this. This is not new for me. And so like it's been easier. It was, I don't know what it was. It just, yeah, I thought things were great, and then things just weren't great for a second, you know.
and it'll happen again. And you know what? That happens in our regular routine when we're not quarantined.
Exactly. It's exactly that. Exactly that. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you're just having bad feelings because there's something bad that's happening. Like, you felt like you were like 48 hours before that. I was like, I had told somebody that I felt like I was thriving. And they're like, then they responded like, I'm falling apart. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, you're like, giving myself props. And there's people who are like literally like holding on for dear life. So it's like trying to balance that, but I just found myself saying, like, I saw myself today like telling myself like, just have grace with yourself. Like, it's sometimes just being like, you know what, like, yeah, today sucked, and I want to have this bag of Cheetos, or I'm gonna drink this glass of wine.
There you go. Yeah, man.
And
I had 2 beers last night for my birthday. Yeah, what?
That's right. Oh my God, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Haven't seen you since your birthday.
Yeah, well, I mean, you sent me a beautiful message yesterday, so
I'm very good with words. So
yes, you are. Yes, you are for sure. But yeah, I had 2 beers last night, and I got it. Speaking of ingenuity, you're gonna love this. So Lauren and I were supposed to be in New York City for my birthday, and obviously that got canceled. So Lauren put together this beautiful virtual tour of New York City with fun facts, and it was in a PowerPoint presentation, and she even put a song of the Dave Matthews Band live in Central Park, because, you know, in the virtual tour, we quote unquote ran into the concert and we're like, hey, look who's playing. And she had her New York Yankees cap on. She had a microphone, and she put it on our TV screen, and she's like, welcome to New York City. And she, like, you know, had a picture of, like, you know, the steps up to Carrie Bradshaw's house from Sex and the City. And, you know, then she, like, had a picture of Carrie Bradshaw with, like, an animation that says happy birthday, Carlos, as if she was saying it. And I'm just like, that was amazing, dude. That was amazing.
That you put something on your forehead. Great. Oh, I fell off.
Oh, what does that say?
It says this.
This is our 41st B-Day party. well, it could be, but no, we're doing 2 episodes between now and then. We're doing this one, and the next one is your birthday next week. So
I mean, it will not. Yeah, we'll actually be the next time. Like, I'll have turned 41 after our next recording.
Right, because your birthday is Tuesday.
Correct, and we're recording on Monday. We have our next guest.
We do have our next guest.
I'm excited.
Right. Me too. I enjoyed having the guest on. I think that was really cool. And you know, another thing I've been working on our website. We got us on Google Play, on Stitcher now. Like, we're growing.
Add Stitcher to the list.
Yeah. So see, things are happening during these downtime. During the downtime, my downtime, our downtime. Yeah. So it's definitely good, man. And I'm back to working out, and it feels good. It feels good to work out. And let me tell you, after talking to Danny last week, I've been doing the Soul at Home. I've been doing the virtual classes using Zoom. Obviously, for me, in my personal opinion, it doesn't replace being in person.
No.
But but there is a connection. There is a dynamic, and it's pretty cool.
I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
But it's fine because I just do the workout like on my own time. Like I enjoy working out by myself.
Right.
Like I've come to really enjoy it. So I put on my music and I take my time, and I don't have to like listen to other people and their children screaming in the background, and like I don't have to have that experience because I have this nice backyard and I can just make it what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I participated in a group class just to like get in on it and have the experience and just like have fun with it. And I realized like 15 minutes and I was like, oh, this is not gonna work out for me, right?
Right.
And so like I always offer it up to everybody, and I know people are really enjoying it. And like I think that it's important for people to find the things that they really want to do right now.
Right.
But yeah, like so I would rather, you know what I would do what you did. I would just like show up like this, like just and watch, just like great job, everybody. You guys look great. No, go lower.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I was the first client. I don't know if the coaches did it, obviously, but I was the first client to do that. They're like, "Oh, you're being a creeper." And then ever since then, they've had people like just sit there and be like, "Hey, I just feel like being with you guys."
Yeah, 100%. Lewis has at 11 o'clock, I guess every day, he has like a question and answer session with the Team Soul barbell people. So like the power lifters and the weightlifters and some of the like the Team Soul CrossFitters will like log on to the Zoom and ask questions about like the program, things that, you know, the different lifts, how to modify things, so on and so forth. And I saw the notification on my Facebook stream that Lewis was doing the Zoom call now. And so I was like, oh, I like clicked the link and I was like, hello. And he was like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. I just wanted to say hello.
Yeah.
I saw there was a group chat, no one in the group chat. So
right.
Want to hang out.
Yeah.
I do love the idea of like, because I am such a homebody already, I love this whole virtual hangout because it's like I'm hanging out with my friends, but I'm at home.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing, man. It's people. I'm a little worried because of the music, the live music aspect of my life. I'm worried that people are going to get used to this and they're going to want to go out even less once this is all over.
No. People, when this is over, everything's going to go like right back.
Yeah, I think so. You're right.
People are going to go back to partying and going out. The ones that want to go out are going to keep on doing that. There's going to be like, I definitely don't think that we're ever going to be the same ever again, because whenever there's a paradigm shift, everything changes, right? And so, no, we'll never be the way that we were before this all started. March, whatever that day was, 17th? No, 13th?
March 13th was, the big day.
Whatever that Monday, I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday, like that Monday, like the week, we had our podcast session, and then the weekend went by, and when we had our next one, we were already remote.
That's right.
Because this is our second remote session, recording session.
Right.
But yeah, so what was I saying?
Oh no,
when
there'll be a paradigm shift.
When the quarantine lifts, right, and the stay-at-home orders all like lift, people will want to will return to like the normal way of doing things because it's easier.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the capacity of doing these amazing, great things and thinking outside of the box because we're forced to, but people are lazy. Like they just want to get back to their routine. They want to see their friends. They want to see their family. You know, they want to like be able to like go where and touch things. And I definitely know that not everybody's a touchy-feely person because I married somebody who does not like physical touch. Mm-hmm. But I know that he really wanted to hug someone recently and he couldn't, and it broke his heart.
Oh man.
And
I didn't know that about David. I hug him every time I see him.
I mean, he must really be into you.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm mad. So
This is the YouTube moment. If you're
And so
listening,
this is where you got it. I'm telling you guys, this content is audio visual now. We're giving it to you on every media, total sensory experience. Well, the ASMR too.
We're totally stepping up our game.
I mean, we have no choice. Like, what are we gonna do? Just not do this anymore because
no, definitely not.
Coronavirus.
It's just real.
I can only hear her saying that. Like
that's it. That's all
ever
I hear.
since she said coronavirus like that, it's like, yeah, that's how it is now. Shit's getting real.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Coronavirus.
Shit is getting real.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so now all that's done. Here's the question. The weekend went by and there's like this huge viral pop culture moment.
Let's talk about it.
Did you watch The Tiger King?
Do you know how much I was hoping that you would bring this up? Do you know how much I was hoping? Dude, I just finished it last night. And so...
Okay, first of all, spoiler alert. Anyone who hasn't listened to this now needs to get off this call. I mean, get off this, like, stop recording or stop listening because we're going to talk about shit about this show and we're going to be spoilers, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you finished the whole thing?
I finished the whole thing.
Okay, so go. Sorry.
No. That's how I spent my birthday eating pizza. I had 2 beers.
Wait, what did you eat?
And I had pizza from Spree.
Yum.
In the Gables. Yeah. It was really, really good.
I haven't had pizza in like 5 weeks.
Oh, good for you, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I regretted it right after because I've been eating so poorly the last 5 days. But whatever, it was my birthday, and you know. And I'm watching this show, and I had been watching it. I watched the last 3 episodes last night, so I'm done, and I don't know what to say. I don't know how to put it into words.
It is. I mean, there was a lot, right? Because it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then so, like, because it's just nuts. But then it was like really fucking crazy. And then the idea of like how they picked it's like people are doing the same thing, right? Because it's like Carol is like doing the same fucking thing that those skeezy guys are doing it, but she's just framing it with a different narrative. And so her way is like the acceptable way.
Right.
And she 100% fucking fed her husband to those fucking tigers.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Like, ella es una asesina.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
And I want, like, here's the part about, like, I haven't really heard this talked about much or not, other than, yes, I think all of America thinks that this person, no, that's not true. I mean, she definitely got, like, her band of people who are, like, working double and triple time to, like, fix the PR mess that this has caused her.
Right.
But, yeah, like, that move, like, of feeding your fucking husband to the tigers, that's something that that's something that a woman does. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just know. Mm-hmm. They're like, we're not fucking dumb. Like, I got a plan, and the plan needs to go, and you got to go, and I know how to get rid of you sardine oil. Like, did anyone else not catch that? When he's like, they put something on my shoe, and she's like, I mean, what can I put on your shoe that it's gonna eat? What can you put on somebody that will make a tiger eat? Then, you know, like sardine oil? Like, I don't know. Wait, did this bitch just fucking say that that's what she did? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Dude, I just can't wait to be here for Halloween.
There's some music. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be Carol?
Carol Baskin.
All right, because I'll be Tiger King.
With the scruffy beard.
Exotic.
Oh my God, we should all get together and like get a big group of people and just be the entire cast.
The entire cast.
And then whoever's left over can dress up in my tiger costume from the CrossFit Open this last year when I was a team tiger.
Perfect. Yes.
Like tiger onesies and.
So when we finish recording today, I'm gonna put up a post that's on Instagram on my story saying, "Okay, guys, serious question: which Tiger King, which Joe Exotic song should I learn? Because I have to learn one of the songs.
You know it's not him singing, right?
I could tell. I could tell.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't know that for fact. I don't know if there's
It
something
came out.
that I. Oh, it did come out. Yeah, because I could tell through the recordings between the footage of him singing live compared to what his actual recordings sound like, and it does sound like two different people for sure.
Yes. It just was so nuts. Like, I didn't understand. You know, when the lack of words, I think, says a lot, because I usually am a person who's pretty good with trying to find words to like express himself. And the fact that I am having a hard time doing that is, I think, speaks to how like major that those 8 episodes were. It's just so wild. Like
I think what ends up happening is that there's layers to it, because so the stimulation, the mental and visual stimulation, it's like you're barely over getting one thing and you're getting hit with another thing before you know it. I mean, it's the appearances, it's the cultural part, it's the way they talk, it's their attitudes, it's the way what they're wearing, and then all of a sudden the crazy shit they say, and then next thing you know, it's there's a song and you can't believe that this guy recorded it and he sells it in his store, and then boom, and then all of a sudden he's running for the whole like presidential election.
The political part?
Political part, I was like,
I love the campaign manager.
And that, dude, the campaign manager was awesome. And that's the thing about the show.
Shot in the head!
Dude, can you believe that shit?
No!
That was fucking crazy.
No!
Oh my God, man. The footage of that, dude, like his face, his reaction. I mean, it was like, I don't know, man. That's what
I don't think we could have had, I think the fact that we have, listen, I wasn't going to watch it. Like, a friend of mine recommended it to me, and I had already started to see the memes about it, but I was like, I was going to resist. I was like, you know what? No. I'm not doing Tiger King. Like, this is like kind of an animal rescue thing, or like, it's kind of like, it's what do they call it? God damn it. Whatever. It's like an animal abuse thing, and I don't want to watch animals get abused and blah, blah, blah. And I don't like the idea of like animals in captivity anyways. So I wasn't going to like give them the click, or give them the stat. Like, I withhold that way because I was like, they're not going to get my like viewer number. No, I'm not contributing to it. So then David was the one that's like, let's watch it. And I was like, all right, well, if you say it, then I'm in. So and I was just like, oh, we're in. We're in. All the way in. When he starts marrying the straight guys and they have like the throuple wedding, I was just like, am I the only? I can't be the only person that doesn't see that this is ridiculous.
And they both went back to being straight.
Well, because they are. It was heartbreaking. The intersect, like, there was moments in that documentary that were like really heartbreaking, and it's when you realize that these guys were so addicted to fucking drugs, and this guy becomes the source of that. He becomes the love is not the love of Joe. The love is the love of the drug. And so
Joe's the provider, right?
And Joe's the provider. So like that idea, that having to the coping with like the mental health issues was like, it was rough to watch. And then like you see Joe just deteriorate because of all of his fucking drug use and like and his like self-glorification. Like he just descends like further and further into that madness. And it's when I had the thought that I was laughing at somebody like doing that, I was like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't feel good. But that the documentary is like brilliantly done, and it like, and I just, do you think Dawn knew that she killed her husband before all this happened?
Yeah.
You think he does?
Wait, repeat the question. I don't know if I heard you correctly.
So Dawn is Carol's husband now.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That other like that really like.
Yeah.
So do you?
The one that was on a leash, dressed as a cat at their wedding pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think he knows anything about that? About
her killing her other husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knows.
Okay, so you think that he knows that she did it, and he's like, hell yeah, she did. That's my badass wife. She's a bad
That's
bitch.
right.
I love her. We're ride or die. Or do you think that she like lied to him and he was like, I believe you, I love you, you're amazing. That's it.
I just can't imagine reaching a certain level of intimacy with somebody and not asking the question, how did you end up with all this money? And then it's like, oh, well, you know, because my ex-husband disappeared. But then like the whole that she went and, you know, had the storage space cracked open to get the paperwork so she can alter the estate and, you know, make sure she gets, I mean, he would have to say, wait a minute, what's going on here? I mean, I would think she's like, yeah, I killed him. And he's like, hey, if it means I get to live with all this money, I'm behind you with whatever. I support
Bonnie
you no
and
matter
Clyde,
what.
right? Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
No, I love the part when they're like talking to the Miami like drug dealer guy, and she's like, yeah, and she killed her fucking husband. So what the fuck? And I was like, wait, what? And then it just like cuts, and you're like, she killed her husband. And then you start to realize, oh, now I understand what those memes are about.
Yeah, you start connecting the memes. That's pretty. That was a cool experience throughout watching it. Definitely.
Yeah,
making the connection with the memes for sure.
It was,
but that's what it is.
So exotic got fucked over.
Dude, it's too much. It's like too much stimulation. I couldn't watch it and focus on just one thing. Like they would be in the middle of talking about something serious and they post a picture of somebody and I'm like, look at this fucking person.
Because it's ridiculous. It's so
yeah.
I mean, like I honestly thought that we had like stricter laws against shit like that. I didn't realize how lenient it was. And I also think it's so vile that people would like breed baby tigers. And listen, someone's gonna drag it up. It's on Facebook. I have taken a picture leaning up against a fence with like a full like have you seen? I've shown it to you, right?
I think so. Yes.
So down south, by that place Robert is here. It's like a fruit stand, and they sell shakes and stuff. So down there, they have there's an exotic animal like rescue place. It's called.
Yes, I've been there.
It's the Everglades Outpost.
Yes, it is.
And so they have like wolves and gators and basically like a bunch of exotic animals that people down here, fucking marimberos and drug dealers and whatever, have like acquired these like exotic animals, but they like get to be so fucking crazy. And so whenever like animal control goes out and takes them and they can't house them, Everglades Outpost is like the place that they go to. So they have a camel. I think they have a camel. They have like that you can feed it carrots over the fence. It's like really cute. Yeah, so they called David to do like a vet something like veterinary like thing, like check them out, and they let us like go behind like the enclosures and like get up close and personal, and like there were like all these like tiger cubs. And let me tell you something, they're very, very cute, but those little fuckers are aggressive as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they will fucking take your eye out, and like they really shouldn't be handled by a human being. Like they have no business being in the hands of humans.
Right.
You know, and so then I'm like sitting down like on this like log, and the next thing I know, I hear like, and there's like this giant Bengal tiger just like walking. I'm on a chain link fence, and it's like just like rubbing its fucking body across my back, and I'm like, hey, kitty cat, what is up? Just like cool vibes, relax, don't do anything.
You mean you didn't turn around and be like, listen, motherfucker?
I was just like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You're a fucking Bengal tiger. And there is literally just a chain link fence separating us. Like I could be mauled at any moment, but no one else is freaking out, so why am I? And then it just like walked away.
Yeah.
But David snapped a picture, and it's really, really cool. But I also like felt like a fucking dickhead because I'm just like, animals should be in enclosures, blah blah blah, pictures of baby animals, and there's me with like a fucking exotic Bengal tiger on Facebook. It's a pretty dope picture. Like I'm not gonna lie,
dude.
Like, it's an awesome.
Hey man, own it, dude. It's a freaking great picture.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been saying that so much. You know, listen, motherfucker. The Joe Exotic freaking slogan.
No, this whole like, I don't even know.
Yeah, I know, man.
He just like that. Honestly, like, I think I think he got fucking dicked over hard, so
He
bad,
did. He
so
did.
bad.
But you know, that's what happens when you're such an egomaniac. You have no insight to yourself, and you have no insight if people go against you, and you don't have the insight to process that. Then people can, you know, plan something. They can frame you. They can, and you just, if somebody is so egomaniacal, they're gonna be like, no, they can't do that to me. That's impossible. And he was wrong. So crazy, dude.
No, the whole
Crazy,
fucking
crazy,
the
crazy.
embezzlement thing. Like, I was just like, fuck, stop, don't do it.
Yeah, I know, dude.
That's
Oh,
adulting done wrong, by the way. That is,
adulting done wrong. That is exactly right. So, and now this show will forever be directly linked to the coronavirus and the
real.
coronavirus. Shit's real, y'all.
It is real, y'all.
Dude. And it's amazing the timing. You know, one of my favorite memes is I can't quote it, but something where there's a picture of somebody whispering in President Trump's ear, and it's like, hey, you know, the people are getting restless with the coronavirus, and he goes, okay, release the Tiger King.
Yes. Yes. I like the visual mashups of Trump on Joe Exotic's face. I really love Donnie Exotic very much.
Donnie Exotic, absolutely.
Donnie Exotic is my favorite of that.
Yeah.
Fucking...
So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that we have the Tiger King to help us get us through this time.
Have you noticed how other like pop culture shows are starting to do what we're doing with our show? Talk shows, and people are starting to do these at-home kind of like recorded episodes.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to copy us, man.
I'm telling you, we're on the forefront, cutting edge.
I know, on the cutting edge.
Edge.
You need to be listening to this show.
Dude, MOACA Media.
MOACA Media.
Shit is getting real. She's real.
MOACA Media.
MOACA Media. It is real, y'all. Oh, God, if I can just have Cardi B screaming MOACA Media just once, I feel like...
Isn't there a service that offers that sends these messages to celebrities?
So it's called Cameo, and Cardi B has a Cameo. First of all, I don't think Cardi B does Cameo. I think it's like she's like, no, it's beneath me. But I would. How much would you pay? Like, what's your ceiling?
Man.
What's your ceiling?
Oh man, nah, I ain't paying for. Nah.
You're not gonna pay for Cardi B. All of a sudden, he's like, "Yeah, let's pay for Cardi B," and I'm like, "Wait, how much you gonna pay?" And he's like, "Man, never mind."
Never mind. It's all right. I'll do my best version. Yeah.
Just paid that guy from the fucking 3-6 Mafia to be like, Team Soul represent 3-6 Mafia.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
True. All right. Well, yeah, I put down like, I don't know what, a couple $100.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say $20.
To have Cardi B be like, MOACA Media, shit's real. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be so good. That'd be so good.
And that'll be the intro to all of our episodes.
That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Money well spent, if you ask me.
Our entire like opening sequence is just, you know, a $5,000 2-second intro.
Right. Oh man. Well.
So what's the rest of your week look like?
I'm back in the office tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I have patients who are totally comfortable coming in. We've had to schedule everybody, so there's no more than 10 people at a time in the office. Our sessions are now 45 minutes, so there's no overlap in the waiting room. and 6 feet apart. So, and then that's it. Then back to the weekend of catching up on stuff, working on the website, working on other stuff. I have a list of things and continuing to work out, track my meals, get my nutrition back in order now that the birthday is over.
Sure.
And that's it, man. That's it. What about you?
Yeah, it's kind of be like a rinse and repeat for me, which is just like go to the office on Monday, process the mail, then like Tuesday, every other day is just like, you know, just kind of like wake up, check to see what's going on with work, do some stuff. If there's paperwork, do the paperwork, be available if anything is available. And then, you know, I've been really focused on minding what I eat. Like I've been hyper focused on that, which has been, there's a feeling of control that I have over what I'm eating that gives me like a sense of like purpose and like structure, which is I think useful right now and helpful. Right now. So it's like, okay, I am going to eat my breakfast. I'm going to have a snack. I'm going to have a lunch. I'm going to snack. Like I can organize all of my time because I'm literally like sitting in one place.
Yep.
So
it's
like
never been easier to track.
Yeah. So it's like I have the morning session, and then I have like the middle of the day, and then like the afternoon, then the late afternoon, and then the evening.
Right.
And there is a routine that is developing. And listen, inevitably, I feel like I have an idea of how long this may likely last. Do you have that?
Yeah, I think, and if you were to ask my opinion, I think this is going on till June 30th.
Okay. What happens on July 1st?
No, nothing specific. I just think that, I think that, okay, I don't think, let me rephrase. I don't think it's going to be like a day that says, hey, it's over, everybody go back outside, right? I think it's going to be a progression, and it's going to be little by little. And I don't think schools are going to go back. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know they keep extending, but I think it's going to reach a point where it's like, dude, what are we going to do having you here for a month? I mean, you might as well.
All the kids are going to.
And it's an adjustment again, you know? So it's like, okay, you get them used to the virtual thing, let them finish out the year with the virtual thing, right? And because that school ends on June 5th. I mean, you know, so, and then, so I think that by the time we start feeling normalcy, I think would be in June 30th. I don't think the quarantine is going to last till June 30th. I just think that it's going to take a while for, you know, people to start getting back out there. I think people will continue to work remotely to that, maybe that far out. But I do think that restaurants will open up, bars will open up.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you avoid going back to the normal way of doing things if the quarantine is lifted?
Why would you, or why wouldn't you?
Why would you, like, if the quarantine is lifted, why would you, like, I can't imagine any employer being like, I can't imagine a lot of employers. There may be some, but I think a lot of people are going to be like, no, get your fucking ass back in the office. Schools may not go.
That's a great point.
Schools may not go back, but I also can see the school board being like, no, get your ass back in the classroom.
Yeah,
like if the parents have to go, or like parents being like, no, you need to open the schools because I need to go to work.
Right.
If the quarantine is lifted, which I don't think the quarantine is going to be lifted. I think we're going to be under quarantine, and the our Governor DeSantis finally issued a stay-at-home order for the whole state.
Right.
Today on April 1st. So I mean, the fact that he went into April Fools speaks to either his like comedic timing or his sense of irony.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just funny that you said June 30th because June 30th is like the last day of the Florida fiscal year. So I was like, wait, what happens on July 1st?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, you know.
But I don't know. I see this I think that I don't know where I got this message or this idea or this notion that apparently like as the climate gets hotter, this is supposed to become like a more treatable thing, or like the virus dies down in the hotter weather, like it doesn't survive. I think it just speaks to like people's immunity, like people do better in warmer weather.
Yeah.
And so I think that if we're able to like get ahead of it, which I mean we're already fucking way behind. Like let's just whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just I think that the response has been like, it is odd to live in what is considered to be like the best country in the world to live in, and to see like how fucking lame it's being handled. But regardless, this is not a political podcast. I think it's gonna like, I think we're gonna be home until like, I don't know, September?
Thanksgiving?
Like, I'm hoping that by the time like the weather starts to turn, like it's considered fall again, and schools have to go back into session. That they'll have found a vaccine for the virus, and you can start vaccinating, because that's really what it is. Like you need a vaccine.
I think that.
And then you're gonna have the whole debate of like anti-vaxxers, and that's fine. Like whatever. Like that'll like bring that in. But like I'll just be like, let's go. I need to get my life back in order. I need to friends at the gym. I need to go be able to do Olympic lifting in the gym again, because I am not a crazy person and doing Olympic lifting in my backyard where there is a pool that I can fall into or break my neck.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on everything you said. I think that that's a great point. I do think that there's going to be certain areas that it's going to be more of a progression. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but I do think that businesses, restaurants, bars, that will be one day to the next. I think that's like, okay, quarantine lifted, boom, everybody's back.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just a matter of the stay away order being lifted. Like the executive orders need to be rescinded, and that's it. It's just a matter of like, it's really like the stroke of a pen, and it's all done.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I think this is going to be. I mean, there's still, as of today, April 1st, there's still not enough deaths to consider it a world crisis yet. And so, that obviously is going to change in the next couple of weeks probably, but, there's still more people dying of the flu that we knew of before all this, that, the traditional flu, so, but that's going to change, and people are going to freak out and panic more, and, but it's part of it, man. It's just part of the cycle.
But haven't you, like, there's a part of like this, the people who are like, because people that recover from it are not like cured from it. They have like irreparable damage. Mm-hmm. Like there's irreparable respiratory damage that's being done, which means it's like, you got it, and the likelihood is you're going to get it again. Because flu season, this is what I don't think people like. When that thought clicked in my head, it's like, okay, so you make it through round one, but you're going to have it. And so when round two comes back around, like, which is going to, inevitably when the season changes and it's flu season again, and you have this, like, now you're like definitely immunocompromised. Now you're also respiratory compromised. Like, bitch, you're going to die. Like, it's it. Like, maybe you made it through this time, but will you make it through the next one?
Oof. Like, what's
going to be the recurring impact of what is going on right now? Like, I think that's why I'm just like, that's why I stay home. I'm trying to stay home, and I put on my little, David brought home masks, and I kind of looked at him like sideways, like, really? And now I like have it, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Orville Peck.
I'm gonna do this, and it has like, and it's like, it's a mask with like like an eye shield. So it's like an plastic eye shield all the way up here. So like, in case anyone like sprays on me, and I'm protected. Oh, it's so crazy. Well, I just was like, I want to go to Pride in June, and I want to be outside and go to the beach and dance with my friends. And
I know, man. I know. Well, let's see. Maybe, who knows? I mean, if we want to play the hopeful card, maybe there'll be a very, very harsh change of events in a good way, and because there's one thing what? No. There's one thing I know about this country is that we can't just keep businesses shut down. So there's definitely a mad dash to the cure or solution or treatment or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, everyone's looking at the science community now.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get to work. Yeah, man.
Start sending those hopes and prayers to the fucking scientists and the chemists in the labs.
Amen, brother.
The virologists and the dermatologists. God damn it.
Seriously. Oh man. Well, this was fun. This was fun. I love it. And I love that we have the video of this.
Yeah. I really do like that. I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Like I do love spending time with you in person, and inevitably we will do that. But yeah, I think that we could do one of these and one of those.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Like one on and one off.
We can do like two.
Right. Absolutely.
Dude, it's episode 34. We're almost at 52.
I can't believe it, dude. And we're going to continue, and we have a guest next week, and I'm excited.
And we're on a new platform, guys.
Oh, yeah. Google Play and Stitcher.
People don't know. We're on Google Stitcher.
So now more ways to find us.
More ways to find us. You'll never know where we're at. You can find this podcast on Google Stitcher. I'm not going to edit this on YouTube, so I don't know why I'm making all these things.
Google Play,
Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes as always.
YouTube
for the video, and the video is just great. Listen, you warm my heart knowing that your mom is a fan of mine.
Oh man, she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, he's awesome, and she's like, you're all right, but George is amazing.
Is your mom Antonieta? Is that your mom?
Yes.
I love her on Facebook.
Yeah.
I like how she talks to you specifically as a comment on your threads.
Yeah.
Like the post office, she'll be like, Carlo, call your mother. And I love that.
Yeah. She's very, very special that way.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it. I don't understand this, but you are wonderful, my son. Like, I love you.
Exactly.
That's how David's mom is. That's how David's mom is. She's the same way.
Yeah.
So
unconditional love.
We're out there. We're putting it out there. We're not slowing down. Nothing is going to keep us down. We're actually putting the gas pedal.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I'm enjoying every second of it, man. All right.
So where can they find you?
On Instagram, I am at carlos.escanilla.
And you are also...
I'm also at Carlos305 Music for all my music stuff. And our podcast is at MOACA Media.
At MOACA Media.
And George?
I am at
George I.
Sanchez. I am at George I. Sanchez on Instagram. And you can watch me put on makeup on Saturday nights.
There you go, man. All right, guys. So we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.